Today's program is to enter any 20 numbers randomly, which will be including negative and positive integers. But once the user enters 0, the program should terminate and it should display the number of negative and positive integers entered. So if you see, and this program is to be done using functions. So functions, the command lines are already here and the name of the class is already here, but as you know well, the function will always start from the main function, which is over here, public static void main string args throws exception. Because program starts from here, program will search for the main function. So once the main function is found, program gets executes from there only. So this is the main function. Program starts from here now, and you can see the scanner class, and also you can see the name of the function. So name of the function is numbers, and it is empty, and there is no arguments within the brackets. You can see there is no arguments within the brackets. It is an empty function. So it will try to search where this empty function has been defined. So it will find it over here. So we can see the numbers and the function, numbers function, which is empty over here, and the curly bracket for the function opens and it enters the body of the function, and there are variables declared over here. So these are the variables I need during the running of the program, and I'm using a for loop, and very simple because the question says to enter any 20 numbers. So for loop is going to move for 20 times and it will ask you to enter the numbers. So once you enter the number, now let us say the number, the first number you have entered over is 3. So once n gets 3 is equal to c.next90, we have entered 3. So 3, and now we are going to check for the number 0, because the question says once the number 0 is encountered or entered, the program is going to terminate. The program is going to stop. So n is 3, so we'll check if n is equal to 0. But n we have entered as 3. N is equal to 0, false. As it is false, it will go to else body. And else body will check if n, which is 3 is less than 0, again false. So we'll go to else pause. Pause means positive. And positive, it is going to count the positive integers. And I have taken any g which will count the negative integers entered by the user. So now as n is less than 0, 3 is less than 0, false. So it will go to else pause plus plus. So number of positive is 1, because 3 is a positive number. 1 has been counted. And this is the closing of the else, and this is the closing of the for loop. We'll go back to update I++, I will become 2. So 2 is less than 20, 2 is less than 20, it asks you to enter any number. So it will ask you to enter a number. This time let us say we have entered n as 5. So once n is 5, again it is going to check for 0. So n is equal to 0, 5 is equal to 0, false. As it is false, it will go to the else body. So once it goes to the else body, you can see over here, again it is checking for in the if condition, if n is less than 0. N is 5, 5 is less than 0, false. So it will go to else. Pause plus plus. Last time pause was 1, now it is 2. Because 5 is again a positive integer. So 2 positive integers we have entered till now. 1 is 3, 1 is 5. Now the loop will go back. Loop will go back to update I++. I will become 3, and 3 is less than 20, true. As is 20, true, is going to ask you to enter a number. Now this time the number we are going to enter is minus 4. Minus 4. So checking for 0, minus 4 is equal to 0, again false. So false, it will go to the else body. Here in the else body, it will check if minus 4 is less than 0. Of course minus 4 is less than 0. So minus 4 is negative, so any g, negative plus plus. So one negative number has been added. So we have got one negative number till now and two positive numbers till now. The loop has moved for 3 times, 3, 5 and minus 4. So 2 positives and 1 negative. So similarly the loop is going to move again and this time let us say we have entered n as 0, so checking for 0, so n as 0, so it will check if n is equal to 0, n is equal to 0, 0 is equal to 0, true. As it is true, it will go to the break statement. The moment it goes to the break statement, the program is going to terminate. The program is going to terminate from the loop and will come out of the loop. And once it comes out of the loop, it is going to display the number of negative numbers and the positive numbers entered before encountering 0. I'll show you the output. I'm going to give you a click on compile over here. So compile, you can see at the end of the box, bottom of the box, no syntax errors. That means there are no errors in the program. I'll show you the output now. So it is asking you to enter numbers, enter in number. Let us say I've entered 3, I've entered 5, I've entered -4. See, one negative I've entered. Again I'm entering a positive. Again I'm entering a positive. Now I'm entering a negative, -1. Again I'm entering a positive. Now let us say it is 3 again, and again one positive again. Now I am entering the number 0. See, 0 has been entered. See, once the moment that 0 has been entered, you can see the total number of negative numbers are -2. I'm in the 2. See, 2 negative numbers have been entered. One is -4 and one is -1. And rest are 6 number of positive integers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 positive and 2 negatives before entering 0.